There is an unprecedented opportunity in the heart of the South Island of New Zealand. On the edge of the sweeping Canterbury Plains lies the beautiful city of Christchurch. Recently, the central heart of this city has faced incredible challenges. In the wake of the 2010 and 2011 earthquakes, over 70% of buildings in the central city have been or will be demolished. But the people of Christchurch have responded with over 106,000 ideas that have informed both the spatial blueprint and the Christchurch Central Recovery Plan. The blueprint identifies a number of key projects that will catalyse development, provide certainty, clarity, and inspire confidence. A frame of open green space will ensure a dense and vibrant core, while the Avon River will create a link between key projects. Living spaces, parks, businesses and commerce will evolve and grow to create a prosperous and exciting central city where people of Christchurch, Canterbury, New Zealand and the world will come to live, do business and experience all that the city has to offer. The Performing Arts Precinct will sit alongside a purpose-built state-of-the-art convention centre. Together, they will form the centrepiece of an exciting cultural and entertainment area in the heart of the city. The hospital will become the focus of the new health precinct. The Metro Sports Facility will be a top-class facility accessible to people of all ages, abilities and sporting skills. With the blueprint in place, the foundation is set for a whole host of successful initiatives. Initiatives based around clearly identified precincts that will attract a vibrant mix of people, commerce, technology, culture and sport. The Christchurch Central Recovery Plan isn't just a quick fix. It's a long-term vision that incorporates cutting-edge design and the latest ideas in urban planning. It's achievable, it's full of potential, and it's ready to fly. Join us in making the most of this unparalleled opportunity to create a central city that will transform Christchurch and inspire the world.
News Update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.
Good evening. We begin tonight with the new look for the shattered heart of Christchurch. It's being revealed right now.
It includes large green spaces lining the Avon River and key buildings like a convention centre and a covered stadium close to Cathedral Square. Our reporter Ali Pugh is at the launch party for a design that's been in the making for the past 100 days. She joins us now. Ali.
Yes, thank you. This is the plan that an entire country has been waiting to see. Just over 100 days ago, the government formed the Central City Development Unit. Today, they have revealed their master plan for the city. You can see from the crowds behind me here at the Christchurch City Council, hundreds have turned out for the official unveiling here this evening, including Prime Minister John Key, who will be showing the plans in just a few moments. Early this afternoon, I, along with other media, were given a sneak preview of the plan.
This is the new Christchurch, born of the City Council's draft plan. A smaller, greener and lower cityscape that Sarah's Central City planning team have spent the last 100 days designing.
It certainly makes the CBD more compact, enhances that, make it pedestrian friendly, make it transport easy, etc. And enhances the river.
Currently a red zone wasteland.
Over 70% of buildings in the central city have been or will be demolished.
This is the vision for the future. The new CBD will be framed by Hagley Park, an L-shaped green space and an extended park on the banks of the Avon River. The anchor projects within have also been laid out. A New Zealand first performing arts precinct will be built and will sit alongside a new community-friendly convention centre, incorporating 2 hotels, both just a stone's throw from Cathedral Square. Across town by Hagley Park, a new health hub, a large sports centre with swimming pools and indoor courts. The blueprint also includes a 35,000-seat covered stadium, touted as a short 3-minute walk from the centre of town. To turn this vision into a reality, the government will need to buy out masses of land, and it can use its special powers to force landowners to sell up.
It's not necessarily a case of us buying everything. It's a matter of being in there to be part of the organising to give effect to this plan.
There's 800 property owners within the 4 ABs, and the government still has $3 billion of the $5.5 billion it put aside for the recovery.
We'll work very fairly with people. We're not certainly trying to rip anyone off, but on the other side of the coin, obviously, we've got to get value for money for the taxpayer.
Key to moving forward, enticing private enterprise to resettle back into the central city.
So work very closely with the City Council to ensure that regulatory issues don't become a blockage.
A height restriction on buildings will be enforced. Most areas will have a limit of 7 to 8 stories. Work will begin in the next few months on the Avon River precinct.
With this just being released, Ali, people are still taking it in. What reaction have you gauged so far?
Well, we've already seen some mixed reaction. There were 3 property owners at the media briefing earlier this afternoon, all of whom own land within the CBD and will be selling it to the government to make way for this new blueprint. All 3 of them were full of praise for this master plan. They said words such as bold, they said it's insightful, but their reaction is a far cry from hundreds of TC3 residents, many of whom have taken to protesting out the front of the City Council this evening to coincide with the launch of this blueprint. They're waving placards, they're very angry, they say they feel abandoned, they say they feel forgotten by the EQC, and they are strongly questioning the priorities of the government at this time.
All right, thanks, Ali. Ali Pugh reporting from Christchurch.
This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.
Close Up is brought to you by the Kia Sorento R, redefining the power of Kia.
100 days is what it took to get the Christchurch blueprint together. Lightning speed in the city where waiting has become a way of life. So out in the suburbs where the wait is measured in years, they're not exactly part of the blueprint cheerleader squad. Do they have a point? Are the government's priorities up the wop? Jerry Brownlee is here to tackle that. But first, Alexi O'Brien takes a temperature outside of the CBD.
A very exciting, incredibly livable city and a place where I think you'll see tremendous growth.
I have no way forward for many years.
There was very much a need to move quickly and provide certainty and confidence to the central city, otherwise in time it would simply die.
Waiting, we have no answers. No answers at the moment. We have a severely damaged house and land and nothing.
The blueprint identifies a number of key projects that will catalyse development, provide certainty, clarity and inspire confidence.
But it seems no such certainty, clarity or confidence currently extends to Christchurch residents.
It's ridiculous. We can come up with a plan for the CBD in 100 days and we can liaise with all these cool people and get great ideas on a piece of paper, but I don't even know if I'm a repair or a rebuild yet.
So this part of the house broke off from the rest? Broke off, yeah, from this point here where the beam is. It's just completely off. So you can see from the floor. And it's moving all the time. So we have to replace that foam. It's just constant repairs. We can't retain the heat. Kids and I are struggling to keep healthy. It's hard. We want a city for our kids. We want a city.
But of course, it's not going to be a city without
people.
Action in the suburbs. The
priorities are out of whack.
Bryony Bedgood, her husband Daniel and their young son Thomas have been sleeping in the living room since February 22nd last year.
It's called airing your dirty laundry in public.
Eva sleeps in the only bedroom that's still safe.
It's not what you want for your kids. They're pretty scared.
They've been told by their insurance company it could be 5 years before they're seen to. By the time their house is sorted, Thomas will have almost finished high school.
5 years, I just can't wrap my head around that. Can't happen, not with these guys. Plenty of hugs, eh? Yeah. 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 Just felt lost, you know. It's scary.
Oh, there's been lots of tears, mate. Even a few from me, you know. It just does your head in. You can't go forward. Green doesn't mean go around here. Green means stop and sit down and wait.
Nathan Tutt's house is also zoned green-blue or TC3.
Yeah.
We built this about 6 years ago. It was sort of the dream home at that stage, and yeah, now it's sort of the nightmare home, I suppose. You can get your hand sort of right through in between there into the bedroom and run your hand all the way down there. It'd be nice to have a convention centre. It'd be nice to, you know, have the Crusaders with a nice home, but we'd just like some resolution. It's just ridiculous, and we're sick of it, you know, and people's frustrations will be venting louder and louder. We're not going to get quiet. We're not going to go away.
Tonight they took to the streets, Christchurch residents braving the rain and cold, protesting outside the blueprint announcement.
TC3 is misery!
Carmel Jagger was in the crowd.
We need recovery in the suburbs, and we don't have a plan yet. And in fact, our plan, we've been told, is on delay for years.
Her insurance company has said it'll be about 2 years before they get to her. Then there'll be about a year for building consents and planning, an 18-month rebuild, a new house ready about 7 years on from the first quake.
I really do believe no matter how well the CBD recovers, if 5-8 years from now you've still got people suffering, it's going to impact on Christchurch as a whole. I think the thing a lot of us are really struggling with is we know we're not functioning as parents. So it's affecting our children. And try as you might, it's very difficult to overcome that.
We need to move on, and we need you guys to help us do that.
We are the shaky isles. This will happen again. We have to have an insurance industry that we can rely on when we need them.
And there needs to be some progress.
And with haste, not 10 years, not 8 years, not 6, not even 2 more.